Beautiful Spokane Valley softball coming your way on the NWAC Sports Network. Wes Tucker here keeping you company. A bracket matchup between the North Idaho Cardinals and Walla Walla. Quarterfinal matchup. Winner will take on either Douglas or Edmonds. Who will it be? We'll know in a couple short hours. Stick around. NWAC softball coming up after this.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Bada, the official ball of you.
And a big welcome back to the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex as we're just about ready to get things underway. A bracket softball between the North Idaho Cardinals and the Walla Walla Warriors. Take a look at the starting lineup for said Warriors. Going to be Caitlin Christ leading off, playing second base. Ashton Buffo, the catcher. Gabby Backstrom, the shortstop. Kira Haskell in left. Tommy McDonald, the first baseman. Rosie Kentu, the designated player. Whitney Enriquez will play third. Abby Giles will pitch. Ryan Oates, the center fielder. In the flex spot is Riley Gentiner, and she will be playing right field. For the Warriors today, are going to be facing arguably one of the best pitchers in the NWAC, and that is going to be Maddie Mott. Mott, a 1.63 ERA, 161 strikeouts, and only 22 walks over the course of the 2019 season. A battle of teams from the Eastern region. As we're just about ready to get things going, Caitlin Christ will make her way into the box, and we're just about ready for softball from the beautiful Spokane Valley. Chris digs in, the right-hander, batting .418. And the pitch from Mott on the way. Fastball called strike on the outside corner, and away we go. Time of the first pitch is 12:32, 2 minutes behind schedule. And the freshman at Twin Falls is Chris, and the 0-1 from Mott swung on and fouled straight back. Making our official scorekeeper jump in his boots there. Quick 0-2 as Chris digs in. There's Mott again. Sophomore out of Gladstone, Oregon. The 0-2 outside. Gladstone up near the Oregon City area. A little Western Oregon action over there near 205. We're familiar with the interstate system and the highway system. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike three. And down goes Christ for the first out defensively. North Idaho looks like this. It is Click, Karen Profili in the outfield from left to right. On the infield from third to first is Amsquita, Williams, Wynn, and Kavanaugh, with Taylor Anderson doing the catching as Ashton Buffo digs her way into the right-handed box. Doing the catching for Walla Walla in her first pitch. It's going to be taken down low for ball one. And Buffo, a night ago, in a 1-0 contest that Walla Walla was able to squeak out. Had a good game at the plate as she takes ball 2. Bufo batting .402 on the season. And didn't have great numbers against Mott throughout the course of conference play, though. Here's a swing, ground ball up the middle, a base hit. And Bufo is on base with one away for Walla Walla. And a few games already in the book for today's action. Lower Columbia College taking down Spokane 7-3. Clackamas taking down Big Bend 10-9. And Centralia taking down Olympic 2-1. Meanwhile, Bellevue only trailing by 2 runs to Mount Hood 12-10. And now the pitch on the way. Here's a fastball missing upstairs to Beckstrom, the shortstop for Walla Walla. So 1-0. And the pitch on the way. Runner at first with a good, aggressive secondary. And a 2-0 count, so a very dangerous hitter. Beckstrom with 59 RBI over the year. Again, the game over on Field 3 still going on. Mount Hood, Bellevue. That game started at 10 o'clock this morning. And the 2-0. Swinging a high pop-up that will drift ever so lazily out of play to the right. The count 2-1. And winners advance to the semifinal of the A bracket. They'll play either Douglas or Edmonds. That game is going to be going on Field 5 today. So 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. We'll give you updates from those games as they become available. Centralia and Lower Columbia College about to get underway as well. It's a B bracket matchup over on Field 3. And the 2-2 on the way to Beckstrom. Hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call, got her looking. And there are 2 down, both outs from Mott coming via the strikeout. And now the runner on first, it'll be up to Kira Haskell to bring her around to score. Haskell, the left fielder, another Twin Falls, Idaho native. In her sophomore season, put up a batting average of .424. And her pitch from Mott is going to miss outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Going for the Warriors today in the circle will be Abby Giles. Pitched in a 1-0 shutout of Lower Columbia yesterday. When those were 2 teams that you never see that low of a scoring game. A 1-0 score in the softball championships is darn near unheard of. So we've got a 1-1 pitch on the way. Mott into her motion. The pitch is a off speed, and now a throwback to first, but nowhere close. 2 balls and a strike. And Bellevue now within 1 of Mount Hood. 12-11, that game in the 7th inning. And there's a called strike 2. Deuce to Wild here in the top half of inning number 1. 2-2 with 2 away. Runner on first is Bufo. She reached on a single after the strikeout of Christ. And the 2-2. Just outside. Beautiful pitch. And Mott wanted to know where that missed. Umpire says low. So a full count. Great 2-strike pitch. Couldn't get the hitter to nibble. And waiting on deck is Tommy McDonald. Payoff pitch from Mott. Hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call. Got her looking. So 3 strikeouts and 1 hit in the inning. A runner leapt on, but nothing comes across to score. Home first in Spokane after this.
We see you. Be your creative self. at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
Number one coming your way now as we take a look at the North Idaho lineup. They'll be attacking with Ashlyn Wynn, the second baseman, followed by Jory Kerr in center field. The pitcher, Maddie Mott, followed by Davina Esquita, the third baseman. Bailey Kavanaugh at first, Bree Heckler at the designated player slot, Sarah Williams at short, Emma Profili in right field, and then Taylor Anderson will be doing the catching for North Idaho, and digging in will be Wynn, the second baseman, to kick off the North Idaho offensive attack. And 3 strikeouts for Mott in the last half inning, and now Giles to work. Her first offering is going to be foul backwards, quick 0-1 count. And Wynn with a .404 batting average. And another sophomore in this North Idaho team. She hit 26 home runs this year. And Giles, through her motion, pitch on the way. Good strike at the knees, and the count 0-2. And Giles comes into this game, ERA at 3.86, 122 strikeouts, and 48 walks. A great set of numbers for Giles this year. And the 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Wynn for the first out. Now bring up Jory Kerr to the plate. And Jory Kerr, a night ago, turned in a 2-for-4 performance, including a single and a triple. Also swiped a bag in that effort against against Clackamas, and takes a ball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Kerr hit .439 over the course of the year. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball catching the outside corner. The count 1-1. Okay, North Idaho won this matchup 3 of 4 times during conference play. So they'll look to maintain dominance. Walla Walla did get that 1 win toward the end of the season. Breaker missing outside, 2-1. And Giles, a very deliberate and slow-working pitcher for Walla Walla. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2. Good late movement. Douglas and Edmonds getting on their way. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a couple of strikeouts to open up for Giles. And now the pitcher, Maddie Mott, will come to the dish. And another powerful hitter. .504 batting average, 26 home runs. Fantastic sophomore year for her. 71 RBI throughout the year. And her first offering from Giles is going to be taken on the outside corner, a called strike. So Giles really attacking the zone here in the first, not afraid of these North Idaho hitters. She's seen them enough times. There's Coach Don Williams, North Idaho, and there's a good pitch missing just away. And North Idaho winning their first NWAC championship a season ago under the direction of Coach Don Williams. And the 1-1 on the way from Giles. Swung on and fouled back by Mott. The count 1-2. And that Mount Hood Bellevue game now in the bottom of the last inning. Bellevue trailing by 1 run, 12-11. The 1 and the 2 seed actually meeting in the B bracket this year. And the 1-2 swung on and grounded foul up the third baseline, and the count remains 1-2. And it has been an absolute shootout over there. 12-11 is the score at the moment. And then Clackamas taking down Big Bend 10-9. So the winner of that game is going to be taking on Clackamas. One ball and 2 strikes to Mott. Waiting on deck is Esquita. And the 1-2. Check swing, ball outside. Deuces are wild here in the home first. 2-2 with 2 away. Walla Walla going to have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the top of the second. The 2-2 upstairs, and the count runs full. Boy, quality discipline from Mott to take that pitch. And that's a pitch like 9 times out of 10. You can get a power hitter to chase. The ball looks so big upstairs. You're normally able to put a lot behind it when the ball is elevated. Now the 3-2. Swung on and fouled back. So a second payoff pitch is going to be due to Mott. Quality at bat for Mott as well. About to see the 8th pitch of this AB. And the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Mott draws the 2-out walk. Devin Esquita will be the next hitter. Again, author of a mammoth 2-run shot a night ago, and that ball was absolutely scorched. Nothing left but a vapor trail of it. It was a curving liner to the left side and just did stay fair. And now our first offering from Giles. Here's a fastball catching the knees and the outside corner, 0-1. Was the fair call made by home plate umpire Kelsey Lawrence a night ago. And now the 0-1. Swung on, and here's a high pop-up behind home plate that will go all the way into the concession stand. So actually ends up near the pickup window, bouncing in said window, as a matter of fact. And now an update. As soon as this pitch comes in, there's a high pop-up, and this one will drift out of play as well, as Bellevue has come back to tie Mount Hood 12-12 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Boy, a great game going on over on field 5. The 1 and the 2 seed, man. And now the 0-2 to Esquita. Off-speed pitch missing away, and the count runs 1-2. 2 more broadcasting games for you today on Field 1. First of which will be a B bracket matchup starting at 3, featuring the winner of the LCC Centralia game And the loser of this matchup, so the fastball misses outside. Deucer Wild here again in the first inning. 2-2, 2 away. Runner on first is Mott. 1 stolen base on the year for her. And the 2-2. Swung on. There's a pop-up to short and hauled in easily by Beckstrom. The side is retired. 1 runner left on. No hits, no runs, and no errors. We played an inning complete, and we're scoreless at the Merc. Back after this.
I chose Centralia College for a couple reasons. Financially, it was just the best option for me. Some colleges that will have people redshirting as a freshman, but you don't get to do that here. You go right into playing, developing your skills and your talents. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna learn a lot. My name is Britzy Hockett. I play softball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
My name is Felix Bunton, and I am a CT technologist, and I work at Inland Imaging. I worked 3 jobs during the program, and I had a baby going in, and then I had another baby while in the program. Not recommended. Finished, like I said, in June of '09. I had a job right out the gate. SEC, it's great. The program stemmed from something that was already in the community. Coming from the military, I've always been kind of a service-oriented person, always wanted, to help. I'm Felix Bunton, and this is my college, my community.
So on we go now to the top of the second inning, a 0-0 score. It's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. Tommy McDonald, Rosie Cantu, and Whitney Enriquez to go for the Warriors. Facing Mott, her second inning of work. She's got 3 strikeouts to this point in the game. And the first pitch, fastball right at the knees, a called strike. And there was some concern coming into this tournament for the Cardinals as Mott, the definite ace of the staff, but looking at the other pitching numbers for the Cardinals, there's no real standouts besides Mott. Next highest ERA is 3.63 after Mott's 1.6. So the Cardinals hoping that she can stay consistent in this tournament. Has done to this point so far. And the 1-1 on the way. Here's a swing and high pop-up that will leave the yard foul. Count goes to 1-2. McDonald, a 278 hitter over the course of 2019 with 9 RBI, 2 home runs. And now we're 1-2 from Mott. On the way, here's a swing and a ground ball toward third. Fielded cleanly by Esquita. Throw to first is in time. And there's one gone. So I'll bring up Rosie Cantu, the designated player. As you can see, a little bit low of a throw, but able to hang with it as the first baseman, Kavanaugh. Cantu, 296 hitter, 1 home run, 11 RBI. He's not an everyday starter for Walla Walla this season. So the pitch is on the way. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. And Walla Walla, normally a team that will slug 60, 70 home runs. Instead, this year, they're hovering around the 45 marker. It's the 0-1, taken on the outside corner, 0-2. Boy, it looks like the hitter Cantu needs to get her foot down a little sooner. That ball's coming in quick. Not going to be able to catch up to it. She's not ready for it. And the 0-2 up and in with the fastball. The count 1-2. Whitney Enriquez waits on deck. And the 1-2. Outside, knotting up the count at 2 apiece. And you get a shot there of head coach Logan Parker of Walla Walla. And fresh off that barn burner 1-0 game with LCC to get here, the 2-2 is going to be fouled back. And the count will remain 2-2. And Walla Walla coming into this tournament as the 9 seed. And now the 2-2. Outside and high. So from being down 0-2, Cantu is able to work it to a full count. We'll see if Mott gives in with something near the center of the plate. She keeps trying to hit that corner. Payout pitch from Mott on the way. Swing, and there's a little blooper toward right, and able to run it down in shallow right field as the second baseman win. And that will bring up Enriquez. Take a look here. A great route taken into shallow right field by Wynn to save what would have been an easy base hit. And nobody tells you at such a young age, but second basemen need to be able to range into the shallow outfield, because more often than not, the outfield's going to be playing back toward the fence to avoid a possible extra base hit. As the first pitch comes in, a called strike to Enriquez. Call that little area between the outfield and infield, the Bermuda Triangle. Balls get lost there a lot. So the 0-1 is taken upstairs to knot the count up at 1 apiece. The pitcher, Abby Giles, waits on deck. And the designated player, Cantu, who just popped out, is actually in the order for the right field, Riley Gentiner. And 2-1. Good pitch, just missing inside. Certainly wasn't low. And now time is going to be called to the dish by the home plate umpire. And the winds have kicked up a little bit, blowing out toward right field. Take a look at the flags there. And 2-2. You know, during the break between games, went over to our producer, Bob, and said, you know, look at Old Glory blowing over there. And he says, you know what, I'm that old, you can just call me Bob. So, 2-2 is the count. Wind blowing to the right, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And down goes Enriquez for the third out. So in order, go the Warriors. To the home second we go, still scoreless in Spokane.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We see you. Be your resourceful self at Clark College. We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC.
Home half of inning number 2 coming your way now. A 0-0 score, and the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the North Idaho Cardinals. It'll be Bailey Kavanaugh, Bree Hecker, and Sarah Williams to face Giles going to her second inning of work. She has a couple of strikeouts to her name thus far. And Kavanaugh, sophomore out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And not too far away from Spokane at all. So the pitch misses outside. North Idaho and the community colleges of Spokane, proud hosts of the NWAC tournament. 1 ball and no strikes. Kavanaugh with 12 home runs on the year, 464 batting average. Pitch on the way, swung on and belted to left. Back and able to run it down in the corner is going to be Haskell. How about that? Beautifully done in left field by Haskell to run it down as Kavanaugh got a lot of that ball, and the wind started carrying it back down toward earth. 1 away, and here comes Hecker. Hecker, the designated player, batting .393, 10 home runs of her own, and takes the first pitch down low, ball 1. And Hecker hitting for Hannah Click, the left fielder for North Idaho. The 1-0 pitch, catching the outside corner and knotting up the count at 1 apiece. Waiting on deck is Sarah Williams, the shortstop. And the 1-1. Swing and a foul tip back into the glove of Buffo. 1-2. See if we can get you a couple updates from around the league. In the 9th inning now is Mount Hood and Bellevue tied 12-12. It's the 1-2 to Hecker, just missing outside. Elsewhere, Douglas and Edmonds tied at 0 in the 3rd. Lower Columbia and Centralia just getting underway now. And the 2-2 to Hecker on the way. Swinging a flare foul to the left side that will drift out of play. And the count remains 2-2. Again tonight at 5:30, the final broadcasted game will be the semifinal matchup in the A bracket, featuring the winner of this game and the winner of the Douglas-Edmonds game. The 2-2. Just missing, and the count runs full. Quality pitch. And the shortstop, Williams, waiting on deck. Take a look there in the North Idaho dugout. So the 3-2 swung on and fouled away again. And Mott did give up some offensive production to the Cougars. They scored 1 run in the 5th inning. So they're hoping that Mott can stay consistent as the payoff pitch misses low and away. That's going to be a 1-out walk issued to Hecker. So with 1 out and a runner on first, it is going to be Sarah Williams, the shortstop. Williams, a .430 batting average. When you see such high batting averages in softball, when you consider baseball, that is a Hall of Fame batting average, to say the least, at .430. In softball, it's just about on par with everything else that's going on. You'll get a lot more at-bats in a softball game. And now the 0-1 on the way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up that will hit the backstop. Count 0-2. And one away, and Emma Profili, the right fielder, on deck. Oh, 2. Swinging a high pop-up to right field. Calling for it on the foul line is the right fielder, Gentner. And there's 2 gone. So that'll bring up Profili with 2 away and a runner on first. Again, both of the runners today for North Idaho have come via the base on balls. Giles ready to throw to Profili on the way. Here's a fastball catching the outside corner, a called strike. 5'4" sophomore. And now we're 0-1 from Giles. Missing upstairs, and the count knots up at 1 apiece. And updates from around the complex as they come available. Still a 12-12 game in the 9th inning between Bellevue and Mount Hood. LCC and Centralia just getting underway. The 1-2. Hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call. Got her looking. And the side is retired. A runner left on, but no hits, no runs, and no errors. We played 2 complete and a 0-0 score in Spokane. Back after this.
My name is Edwin. I'm a nursing student at North Idaho College. I want to be a nurse practitioner. I'm a senator for the student government. I am dedicated. I am a scientist. I am a leader. I am NIC.
My name's Trish. I'm a communication major at North Idaho College. I love music, dance, and videography. I want to work as a social media director. I'm creative, I'm an artist, I'm ambitious. I am NIC.
Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for summer quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. Find success at Pierce College. Selected as one of the top 5 best community colleges in the nation, Pierce College offers more than 60 programs of study. Get started today at one of the nation's premier community colleges. Apply online at www.pierce.ctc.edu.
Top half of inning number 3 in the 8-9 and 1 hitters. Due up for the Walla Walla Warriors. It'll be Giles, Oates, and Christ due up in the half inning. And into the motion goes Maddie Motter, 3rd inning of work today. A swing and a miss from Giles, 0-1. And Giles hitting .306 on the year. 1 home run, 13 RBI. They're now in the bottom of the 9th inning, over between Bellevue and Mount Hood. Bulldogs have the top of their order coming up. And very exciting game going on over there. It's the 1-1 from Mott on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the right side, 1-2. And Giles, in her last efforts against LCC, only surrendered a couple of hits. And now a swing, and there's a line drive to right. That's going to land for a base hit for Giles. And the Warriors are in business here with Ryan Oates due up. Ryan Oates in a prime sacrifice situation for the top of the order. Corners are going to play in front of the bags, anticipating that bunt. So we'll see how they elect to play this. And corners in and time call at the plate. Oates didn't like how long North Idaho was taking to implement their strategy. And into the motion now comes Mott, the 1-2, showing bunt, pulling back, and taking a called strike is Oates. And an interesting pitch to not attempt a bunt at. Right at the top of the zone, and the next pitch, a good little push bunt. It's going to be fielded by the first baseman. Throw to the second baseman, Wynn covering. It's going to work, a quality sacrifice bunt. And back to the top of the order we go for Walla Walla and Caitlin Christ. Christ struck out in her first appearance. A .418 hitter. Base hit will give Walla Walla the lead. Great speed in Oates at second. Pardon, great speed in Giles. Foul ball to kick off the at-bat. And back to the drawing board we go. Christ, the second baseman. And wind's continuing to blow harshly out to right field. And the 0-1. Called strike. And the count 0-2. It's only going to get colder with all the wind blowing. The sun will disappear around 6 o'clock. Well, at least start disappearing behind the trees, and it will get colder and colder. Was 51 degrees at the conclusion of play last night. Here's a swing and a high pop up to the right side, giving chase the first baseman Kavanaugh. It's going to go on the roof of the North Idaho dugout. So 0-2, the count remains. And Douglas and Edmonds, that game scoreless now in the fourth inning. And the 0-2 inside, and that hit the batter. So 2 runners on base now. And a chance for Ashton Buffo, the Walla Walla catcher, to put a number on the board. Buffo singled in her first plate appearance. Single here would give the Warriors the lead. Showing bunt and pulling back. Swing and a miss from Buffo. You see that a lot in softball. It's a timing tool that a lot of hitters use. Winning on deck is Beckstrom. A little off-speed pitch ends up in the dirt. Count knots up, 1-1. Runner at second is Giles. Runner at first is Christ, and the 1-1. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. And Buffon with a single back up the middle, a ground ball that just squeaked past second base. And the 2-1. Just outside, 3-1. Coach Don Williams wanting to know where that pitch missed. And there's a called strike. So a good way to come back for the right-handed Mott. And Winter plays later tonight on field one. Mott with 161 strikeouts for this game. Here's a swing and a high pop-up that will drift toward the circle. Caught by Mott, and there are two gone. So a huge out number two, but now they got to deal with Beckstrom with a runner in scoring position. Boy, opportunity here for Walla Walla. You cannot waste these. Update now as the Mount Hood Bellevue game has gone into the 10th inning. 12-12 that score. And the pitch to Beckstrom. Good fastball just below the knees. Ball one. Beckstrom 0 for 1. Took a called strike 3 in her last at bat. And the 1-0 pitch swung on. There's a high pop up on the right side. They're going to get out of this as Wynn makes the grab at second. And the side is retired. So opportunity wasted for the Warriors. They strand 2 runners on base, 1 hit in the inning. And no runs come to score. Home third after this. Scoreless in Spokane. So on we go now to the home third. A 0-0 score. And it is going to be the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up. Beginning with Taylor Anderson, the North Idaho catcher. 402 the batting average. And pitch on the way. There's a fastball that catches the knees, a called strike. And Walla Walla threatened with 2 runners on base, but couldn't capitalize in the top half of the third inning. And now the 0-1 Anderson swung on and fouled off to the left side. Again, NWAC baseball starts up next weekend in Longview, Washington. A champion will be crowned over Memorial Day weekend. Be sure to tune in to the NWAC Sports Network for that as well coming up. And now the 0-2 on the way. Just missing upstairs. The count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Giles so far today has collected 3 strikeouts, has also walked 2, hasn't surrendered a hit to this point. And the 1-2 to Anderson. Swung on and fouled off to the left side. A little update from the other quarterfinal. Edmonds leads Douglas 2-0. That game in inning number 4. And now the 1-2. Low to knot things up at 2 apiece. Either Lower Columbia or Centralia playing North Idaho or Walla Walla next here on Field 1. Some B bracket softball. The 2-2 swung on and fouled off to the left side. Quality at bat from Anderson. Top of the order, and Ashlyn Wynn waiting on deck. And North Idaho able to tightrope out of trouble in the top half of the inning. Now we'll see if they can put a run across. The 2-2 swung on and fouled off to the left again. So the at-bat continues. Now 2-2. Swung on, that ball's laced into right field, and there's the first hit for the Cardinals. A leadoff single for Anderson. Being able to get around on that inside off speed pitch and punch it into right field. Now the top of the order has something to work with. Here comes Ashlyn Wynn. Struck out in her first plate appearance today. Has 72 RBI on the season, and now a big opportunity to put something through. Shows bunt and puts it down. That's going to be a fair ball. Throw to first is in time. So the sacrifice bunt works, and North Idaho has a runner in scoring position. And I'll give Jory Kerr the opportunity. And a couple of hits in the last game for North Idaho, and this would be a great time for one here. So Giles goes into her motion. The pitch swung on and foul tipped back into the glove of the catcher, Buffalo. 0-1. For Anderson, she was 6 for 6 in stolen bases. Has some good speed out there. Probably won't see Anderson attempt to take third. But just as I say that, Coach Williams giving some signs over in the third base coach's box. And now a 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And it sounds like some commotion going on over at the other yard as Mount Hood takes a 13-12 lead over Bellevue. And number 2 seed looks like they may topple the 1 seed in the B bracket. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on. That ball's hit well down the right field line. Waves out for the glove, but it will go foul. And we're getting confirmation now that Bellevue has just pulled out a walk-off win, 14-13 over the Mount Hood Saints. And boy, what a ball game. It took 10 innings to get our final score over there. And now the 2-2. Outside, and the count runs full 3-2. So Bellevue going to play Clackamas. And the 3-2. Swung on and fouled back. And the loser of the Douglas Edmonds game will then play the winner of the Bellevue Clackamas game. That game will start in about a half hour. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled off again to the right. Boy, no one is going to go down easy in this game. Everybody's fighting at home plate. And another payoff pitch due. Runner in scoring position for North Idaho. And the 3-2. Swung on and fouled away again. The pitcher, Mott, waiting on deck for North Idaho. She drew a walk in her first plate appearance. 9 pitches in this at-bat for Kerr, and now her 10th on the way. Swung on and fouled off yet again. Boy, the more pitches you see in an at-bat, the more the advantage goes to the hitter, because by this point, she's probably seen the fastball. She's seen a couple of the off-speed pitches that Giles throws. So she's familiar with what could be coming. And the payoff pitch outside, and she draws the walk. Third walk issued by Giles in this game. And now Mott an opportunity to do some damage. And Mott with 26 home runs, 71 RBI. So this is the hitter you want up right now if you're North Idaho. So Mott awaiting the first offering of Giles. 2 on, 1 away, and there's a check swing and a full swing, but it's a called strike anyway. So 0-1 it goes the count. And scoreless here in the third inning. 2 teams from the East very familiar with each other. And the 0-1 misses away. Winning on deck is Esquita, who popped up in her first at bat. And the pitch from Giles. Swung on and missed, challenging her upstairs, and Giles comes away with the win in this aspect. So it's been a steady diet of fastballs so far. We'll see if she elects to feed an off-speed pitch or keep with the fire. The 1-2. Changeup swung on and missed, and that is a huge out number 2 as Mott's down swinging. And here comes the third baseman, Devin Esquita. 0 for 1 today. Popped out to the shortstop in her first at-bat. And here is a big opportunity for North Idaho, and it is fleeting at the moment. Pitch on the way. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count 1-0. It was a first pitch fastball last night that Esquita turned into a 2-run jack. The 1-0 pitch. Catching the inside corner, 1-1. Kavanaugh, the hitter on deck, as Giles is ready through the motion. The 1-1 swung on and popped up and out of play. So now some light at the end of the tunnel for Giles. 2 strikes. See how she attacks the heavy-hitting third baseman. Giles ready, 2 runners on. Big pitch upstairs, 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the home half of inning number 3. 2-2, 2 away, 2 runners on. And now time is called. Home plate umpire needs clarification on what the count is. Scoreboard was showing 2-1. So the tiebreaker pitch, 2-2. Swung on. Here's a high pop up to the left side. Third baseman chasing it at the wall, and it's going to go out of play. Enriquez looked for a second as if she was going to start climbing the chain link fence in front of the Walla Walla dugout. Instead, lets it go out of play. So another tiebreaker pitch is going to be due here, 2-2. Here's Giles, swung on, and that ball's hit foul again as every hitter just refuses to go down on strikes since that first inning. Third 2-2 offering from Giles. On the way, check swing, ball 3. Boy, Giles is being forced to work in this half inning. 70 pitches, as a matter of fact, 31 have been thrown in this half inning alone. The payoff pitch, fouled away. I know, shocking, right? We're spoiling that payoff pitch. We'll get another. And a base hit, a sacrifice bunt, a walk, and a strikeout in this third inning. The second payoff pitch. Swung on and spoiled again to the left. Boy, oh boy. Wind continues to rip out toward right. Here, game 2 of 4 on field 1 today. And the third payoff pitch swung on and fouled away again. Why not? Boy, somebody better alert the tournament staff. We're running out of softballs on field 1. And North Idaho and Walla Walla very familiar with each other. Well, North Idaho did win 3 of the 4 matchups throughout the regular season. Payoff pitch, swung on and popped up and out of play. Well, this has been a lengthy at bat to say the least. 11 pitches have been seen by Devin Esquita. About to see her 12th. Giles trying to figure out how to get it out. Payoff pitch. Hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call. Got her looking. The battle is finally won by Giles. So 2 runners stranded, 1 hit in the inning, and no runs come through. We played 3 complete. And still no score in Spokane.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Bought it.
On we go to inning number 4. A 0-0 score, and the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Walla Walla Warriors. Again, it was a 22-minute long half inning in which over 40 pitches were thrown, and the first pitch of this half inning is skied foul and way out of play to the right side. So the count 0-1. So far today, Haskell has struck out looking. She'll try to get something going for Walla Walla, who stranded 2 runners on in their last at-bat. Takes ball 1 upstairs. Haskell, McDonald, and Cantu due up in the half. And the 1-1 pitch. Outside. And now you can hear some boos coming over from the right side. North Idaho bench, and time is going to be called. People saying it's the same pitch that they rung up as Quidda on in the last half inning to end that inning. The 2-1. Outside. 3 balls and a strike. We'll see if Mott will cave and give something toward the center of the plate here, as she'll keep trying to hit the corners. And generally doesn't like to give in. The 3-1 swung on and missed. She did go toward the center of the plate, and the count goes full 3-2. And only a handful of walks for Mott this year, only walking 22 hitters. And the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Haskell for out number 1. And that'll bring up Tommy McDonald, who is 0 for 1 herself today. She grounded out to third back in inning number 2. And she'll hit with 1 away here in the 4th inning. Mott, through her motion, has only surrendered 2 hits today. Swung on and fouled straight back. 0-1. So we get a couple updates. Edmonds and Douglas still a 2-0 score in favor of the Tritons. Here's a pop-up towards shortstop. Calling for it is Williams, and she'll make the grab for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning. And now Rosie Cantu will come to the plate. She popped up to second base in her first appearance. Lower Columbia and Centralia scoreless in the 2nd inning. And the pitch on the way to Cantu. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Cantu will be followed by Enriquez. In the heart of the order due up in this half inning for Walla Walla. 2 quick outs. And there's fastball that misses inside, and the count knots up at 1. In the home 4th, North Idaho is going to have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters due. And the 1-1. Swung on and fouled off to the right, and it is drifting out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. They could have got to the ball, but unfortunately for North Idaho, the ball just kept tailing away from the player in pursuit, Kavanaugh. Now 2 strikes on the hitter, Kentsu. Mott through her motion. Hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call. Got her looking. And the side is retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Home fourth in Spokane, 0-0.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
I chose Centralia College for a couple reasons. Financially, it was just the best option for me. Some colleges that will have people redshirting as a freshman, but you don't get to do that here. You go right into playing, developing your skills and your talents. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna learn a lot. My name is Britzy Hockett. I play softball at Centralia College and I go boldly.
Let's see, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was going to do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
So on we go now, the home half of inning number 4, a 0-0 game. A quick half inning in the top of the 4th. Now North Idaho back to work. Their 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up against Giles, beginning with Bailey Kavanaugh. And the first offering to Kavanaugh here in the 4th is going to be taken downstairs, ball 1. Kavanaugh 0 for 1 today with a fly out to left field. A very dangerous hitter. She had 12 home runs of her own, but her batting average was .464. And here's ground up the middle, snagged by Giles. Throw to first is in time. And there's one quick out here in the home 4th. And now Hecker will come to the plate. She walked in her first plate appearance, was later stranded out at first base. So the next 2 hitters up went down in order. And the designated player today for Hannah Click, the left fielder for North Idaho. And the pitch taken for a called strike. On deck now, Sarah Williams. And the 0-1 from Giles in her 4th inning of work, missing outside. 1-1 the count. Again, a trip to the semifinal on the line in this game. The 1-1. Called strike 2. And Giles been a little more wild than we're used to seeing her. She has issued a total of 3 walks through her first 3 innings of work. And the 1-2 swung on. There's a ball hit into shallow left center, and that's going to drop a base hit. So Hecker at the single will bring up Sarah Williams, who flew out in her last appearance. Williams playing shortstop today. It was a fly out to right, and it looks like there's going to be a substitution. And it will be a runner that will come in. Hannah Click will come in. So the flex position becomes the DP slot. Click taking over. And now Williams, an opportunity to do something here with a runner on first. And Click doesn't have any stolen bases on the year, but is a quicker runner. And a big swing and a miss by Williams on the off-speed pitch, 0-1. And we'll see if Giles continues to slow the pace of the North Idaho hitters down. Get them anticipating an off-speed pitch. There's another one. This one will just miss outside. Hitter on deck, Emma Profili. And the 1-1. Runner on first. There's a swing, and there's a drive to right center field. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Click on her way to third. And Williams going to put up the stop sign. 2 in scoring position now for Profili on the double by Williams. So Profili opportunity as that ball was ripped into the right center field gap. So the question now for North Idaho, they're going to try to play small ball to bring this run in, or are they going to try to put something in the outfield? And the double play is not in order. Taylor Anderson on deck, so if you walk the hitter to try to set up a double play, you're not looking at much relief either. Shows bunt, and they put it down. The safety squeeze, and she is safe at home. An RBI single for Profili. And North Idaho leads 1-0 on the safety squeeze. Beautifully placed and a great slide around the throw into the plate. And it's a 1-0 lead for North Idaho here in the fourth. And advancing to third is Williams. Runners on the corners with Anderson to bat. So see if they continue a small approach. Anderson, a very, very good bunter. One away. Runners at the corners showing bunt. Pulls back, takes ball one, and taking second on the delayed steal is going to be Profili. So now with 2 in scoring position, we'll see if they give Anderson the green light to swing away. She is 1 for 1 thus far. And she does. Hold it at third, and they're not going to get the double play. A beautiful dive to snag the ball out of the air. However, by Enriquez. But good presence of mind to get back to third as the diving play will not result in 2 outs. Back to the top of the order we go in Ashlyn Wynn. Wynn with a sacrifice in her last appearance. It's also struck out. And she swings the first pitch she sees and fouls it way out of play behind home plate. A sacrifice to put a runner in scoring position. Unfortunately, they were not able to capitalize back in the third inning. And now Giles working from behind, 1-0. The 0-1. Swing, base hit to left field. 1 run is in. Williams is waving the second runner through. Throw the plate is late and offline. It's going to be an RBI single, and advancing to second on the throw is Wynn. 2 RBI as that ball was smoked to left field. And it's 3-0 North Idaho. And now time's going to be called so the infield can hash out some strategy here. But a big half inning for North Idaho, who now leads 3-0. And we'll see if they can continue pouring it on here in the fourth. going to be Jory Kerr due up, and now the umpires are going to break up the powwow out there in the circle. Runner in scoring position still. Kerr 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout to her credit. And now the pitch from Giles. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And the game has been intense and scoreless up to this point in the ball game. Down low, throw back to second is going to be played on a hop. And nothing else going to happen. Edmonds has widened their lead, 3-0 over Douglas. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, there's a ground ball towards short, played on one hop, the throw across diamonds in time. So the bleeding is stopped with that ground out, but 3 runs will come in on 4 hits in the inning. No errors and a runner left on. We play 4 complete, 3-0 North Idaho.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.
On to inning number 5 we go, a 3-0 lead for the North Idaho Cardinals. Getting all 3 runs in the last half inning. Doing so without putting a ball over the wall as well. A couple of manufactured runs, which is refreshing to see at the NWAC tournament. Meanwhile, Lower Columbia is taking a 1-0 lead over Centralia in the 3rd inning. And now the first pitch of the 5th is going to be taken outside for ball 1. For Walla Walla, it will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Enriquez, Giles, and Oates due up. And the 1-0 offering to Enriquez on the way. Here's a fastball missing below the knees, 2-0. Struck out swinging in her first at-bat today, did Enriquez. 5 home runs and 29 RBI over the course of the year. Get a shot there of Maddie Mott. And the 2-0. Way inside. And now a 3-0 count. The last thing you want to do if you're North Idaho is give some life to the Warriors in this point. Wind's picking up again. And the 3-0 pitch from Mott. Right down Broadway, called strike. So odds are you're going to get a fastball here, 3-1. Gear up and get ready to rip it if you're Enriquez. Now if you're Mott, if you got the confidence to throw your off-speed pitch in a 3-1 count, that puts you in a level above the rest. So the 3-1 pitch, fastball that misses high and in. So leadoff walk issued to Enriquez. And here comes the pitcher, Giles. Giles singled in her first plate appearance. And now a strategy session for North Idaho. And it's that thing we were just talking about. Don Williams realizes that you can't give any life after taking 3 runs in the last half inning. Because if you're able to put down the Warriors in quick fashion in this half inning, that is probably the biggest momentum boost that you will get in this ball game. And odds are you aren't going to be able to get another momentum boost opportunity like that, because both teams have been playing very solid defensively. And we'll remind you, NWAC baseball starts up Memorial Day weekend next weekend. A champion will be crowned at Story Field in Longview, Washington, as the meeting is adjourned. Everybody heading back to their respective positions. And Giles steps up to the plate again, singled to right field in her first appearance. Didn't hit it as hard as the contact sounded. It was off the end of the bat. And now she gets her second opportunity with a runner on first. That's Enriquez. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a called strike. In the runner, Enriquez, 1 for 2 in the stolen base category. Only 2 attempts on the year. Now the 0-1 to Giles. Giles swings and misses over the fastball. The count 0-2. Hitter on deck is Ryan Oates, who also has dropped down a sacrifice bunt today. The 0-2. Swung on and fouled off to the right. So 0-2 the count remains. And meanwhile, Douglas with their backs against the wall, trailing 3-0 to Edmonds in the last inning of that A bracket matchup. And the 0-2. Swung on and foul tipped off the glove of the catcher Anderson. It's another opportunity. Again, Giles fought off a few pitches in her last at-bat before punching one into right field. Clackamas and Bellevue are going to be getting underway as soon as possible, as there's another foul ball hit up and into the backstop. Count 0-2. Well, the backstop sort of has a curve to it at the very top, going inward toward the field. A lot of people unhappy about that because it takes away some foul territory to make a grab in. If you're the catcher, the first baseman, the third baseman. And the 0-2 swung on and fouled away again. And Giles fought hard in her last AB as well. And now playing from behind, every at-bat is sort of amplified on the big stage. The Warriors in their dugout getting fired up. The 0-2. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the only 2 players who know the strike zone the best are going to be the pitcher and the catcher. And for Walla Walla, those have been the players who have put on the longest at-bats. Buffo and Giles. The 1-2 swung on and fouled off again. So at this point, it looks like the winner of this game will face Douglas in the semifinal. That'll be later this evening here on Field 1. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. They throw to first, but the base is occupied. So there is 1 gone with the strikeout. Good off-speed pitch that broke down low. So Rihanna Oates will come back to the plate. Drop down a sacrifice bunt in her last appearance. Top of the order, and Caitlin Christ looms on deck. And the first pitch of the AB on the inside corner, a called strike. In losers, drop down to the consolation bracket and will play either Lower Columbia College or Centralia. Could potentially be a rematch of last night's game between LCC and Walla Walla. The throwback to first is not in time. Seeing an awful lot of snap throws through this tournament. Don't see too many of them usually in softball. So the 1-1 pitch is going to be swung on and flared foul behind home plate and over near field 3. Now we've got a final score from the Edmonds-Douglas game, 3-0 is final. Edmonds goes on to play in the semifinal. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Here comes top of the order in Caitlin Christ. So Douglas will play either Bellevue or Clackamas later today on field 5. And now top of the order, Christ is 0 for 1. Strikeout and has been hit by a pitch in this ball game. Stranded at first in that third inning where Walla Walla had a chance to put a run on the board. Now she swings, there's a ground ball toward third, and they will throw across the diamond in time. The side is retired. So on to the home half of inning number 5 we go. 3-0 North Idaho.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
So home half of inning number 5 coming your way now. A 3-0 score in favor of North Idaho as Walla Walla threatened with a runner on last inning but couldn't bring anything around. And it's going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for North Idaho. Mott, Esquida, and Kavanaugh to face Giles here in her 5th inning of work. And all 3 runs charged to Giles have been earned. And we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, but we will reiterate it, that Edmonds advances to the semifinal of the A bracket after taking down Douglas 3-0. And the pitch to Mott, swung on. That ball is hit high and deep to right center. Right at the wall, a leap, and it is gone! Adios, pelota! Home run number 27 on the year for Mott, and it's 4-0 North Idaho here in the 5th. Again, crashing into the wall was Gintner, but not able to make the catch as it just squeaked over the wall. So 4-0 North Idaho now after that hit. That's her first hit of the day. And that's going to bring up Esquita. So Esquita ready. 0 for 2 today. And will foul the first pitch she sees away. Again, saw 14 pitches in her last at-bat, which ended up being a backwards K in the scorebook. Now 0-1, Giles ready. Fastball missing inside, 1-1. It's RBI number 72 on the year for Mott. And the 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. As you can see, the North Idaho dugout still fired up. Increasing their lead a little bit, making it a little more comfortable for them defensively. 2-1, fastball. Catching the outside corner. And the count 2-2. Hitter on deck is Kavanaugh, who led off inning number 4 for North Idaho. And the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball towards short, played on an awkward hop, throw across is in time and dug out by the first baseman. That's McDonald for out number 1. Good scoop at first, saves an error. So take another look at it. That ball is hit hard, played awkwardly on a hop, and a quality pick at first base to save that out. So 1 away, and here comes Bailey Kavanaugh. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. She'll take ball 1 upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. In the 6th inning, Walla Walla is going to have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. Swung on. There's another flare out of play behind home plate. One ball and 2 strikes. Wind seems to be dying down a bit. Now the 1-1 from Giles. On the way to Kavanaugh. Swing, ground ball. That is through the infield past the diving shortstop, Beckstrom. And on her way to second she goes. The throw is not in time. So on the bobble by the center fielder, Oates, advancing is going to be Kavanaugh. I'm sure official score will let me know. It's going to be a double. It's going to be a single in advance. So it will be a single and advancing on the bobble. So an error on the center fielder as well. As you see, a very close play at second, but able to slide in safely with that double. So an error charged to Oates. And now a conversation in the circle for Walla Walla. So Bree Hecker will get the opportunity to hit with a runner in scoring position now and try to widen the margin even more. And Lower Columbia still clinging to a 1-run lead over Centralia. That game now in the 4th inning. The conversation's dying out now. Coming to the plate again will be Hecker. 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk, as well as a run scored. And Sarah Williams will wait on deck. And Hecker came back in after the runner, Clark, came through, just re-entered. Here's a little flare towards shallow right. The shortstop calling for it, and she'll put it away easily for out number 2. So that'll bring up Sarah Williams. Williams doubled and scored in her last plate appearance. In fact, came in to score on a an RBI single by Profili. Ashlyn Wynn later with 2 RBI. And she'll take a called strike to kick off this at-bat. In 6th inning on the horizon, 6 outs left for Walla Walla. And the 0-1 downstairs. Feigned throw from Buffo. And the runner at second base, Kavanaugh, has considerable speed. You saw her turn that single into a double thanks to the bobble in center. The 1-1. Swung on, that ball's hit well down the left field line. Chasing it back toward the wall and making the grab is going to be Haskell. So the side is retired, but 1 run comes through on 2 hits in the inning, 1 error and a runner left on base. We go to the 6th inning, 4-0 North Idaho.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
More than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during the military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. An estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, and traumatic brain injury. The NWAC is honored to have a Wounded Warrior Project veteran at today's games. The NWAC is rallying behind Wounded Warrior Project, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to honor and empower wounded warriors. Wounded Warrior Project connects to more than 100,000 wounded warriors, family members, and caregivers it serves with programs that empower them to live their lives on their own terms. Thanks to generous donors, WWP is proud to offer these services free of charge. To get involved and learn more, visit woundedwarriorproject.org. Please join us in recognizing the veterans in attendance and the service and sacrifice they've provided to our country.
So on we go to the 6th inning. Walla Walla trailing now by 4, and they have 6 outs to do something. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up, beginning with Ashton Buffo, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a pop-up. Popped up to the pitcher in her most recent plate appearance. Update, Bellevue leads Clackamas 1-0, that game in the home first. Lower Columbia still leading Centralia 1-0. The pitch on the way, there's a fastball upstairs. Count 1-0. In LCC and Centralia in the 5th. And they're going to be playing the loser of this game right here on field 1. And a called strike. 1-1 the count. Mott in her 6th inning of work has done masterfully so far. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, just below the knees, and you can hear the North Idaho crowd light up after that was called a ball. Good looking pitch. 2-1. Here's a swing from Buffo. That ball's lifted to right and way out of play, foul. So 2-2 the count as Buffo will trot back to the right-handed batter's box. Two. Waiting on deck is Beckstrom. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. So 2-2 the count remains. And Douglas going to be playing the winner of Bellevue and Clackamas on field 5. Whittling our pool down to only 3 teams by the end of the day as the 2-2 misses well outside. Bringing the count full 3-2. First game tomorrow will be at 11 a.m. here on Field 1, and that will be the B bracket semifinal. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Buffon for out number 1. So Gabby Beckstrom to the plate, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out to her credit. And the strikeout was looking back in the first. That's 8 strikeouts on the day for Mott after that strikeout of Buffon. And the pitch on the way, there's a fastball missing downstairs. Count 1 ball and no strikes. And getting a little hotter throughout the course of this game at the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex. It's the 1-0 pitch. Going to be swung on and popped up. It's in playable territory, and the first baseman, that's Kavanaugh, will make the grab. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 6th inning. There'll be one more chance for North Idaho to add on some insurance to this lead going into the 7th. So 2 away, and here's Kira Haskell, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 looking and 1 swinging. And the pitch on the way. Just below the knees, ball 1. Well, quality pitch there. We'll see how Mott attempts to come back after that. The pitch on the way. Catching the inside corner, 1-1. And a quality outing to say the least. He's kept the normally dynamic offense of Walla Walla to no runs. And now the wind seems to have blown over a piece of the home run fence in right field. So we'll take a brief moment to get all that fixed. Thank you to Emma Profili for fixing it. So 2 away here in the 6th, 1-1. The count to Haskell. McDonald waiting on deck for Walla Walla. And the 1-1. Swung on and fouled back, count 1-2. Looks like it caught part of the shoulder of Anderson, the North Idaho catcher. And now time called as a softball from field 3 has rolled on to our field of play. And shocker, this happens to be in right field. Profili going to be busy out there even though she hasn't had a play yet this half inning. A 1-2. Swing, line drive, hauled, and it's shortstop by Williams. And the side is retired. So in order go the Warriors. And here's the last chance for insurance for North Idaho. Home, 6th, coming up 4-0.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn and Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
So on we go now, the home half of the 6th inning. Last chance for North Idaho to add on to this lead. And a new pitcher, it's going to be Rosie Cantu coming on. She will come from the flex spot. So we take a quick look at Rosie's pitching stats. Cantu, a ERA of 5.55. Struck out 49 over the course of the year and misses down low to the first batter she faces. It'll be Profili, Anderson, and Wynn due up in the half inning. Profili today, an RBI single and a strikeout to her credit, and takes downstairs 2 balls and no strikes. And the A bracket hopes of Walla Walla are going to be put to the test in the next half inning as the 2-0 pitch misses high, 3-0 the count. And a shot there of Don Williams, coach for North Idaho, looking to lead the Cardinals to the championship for the 2nd year in a row. See if she can pick up the 2nd championship win in a row, as a 4-pitch walk will put Profili on base. That'll bring up the catcher, Taylor Anderson. You don't often see very many 4-pitch walks in softball. But nonetheless, one here to lead off, and now Anderson will hit with a runner on first. Pitch on the way. Here's a fastball upstairs. So 5 pitches thrown by Cantu and 5 pitches out of the strike zone in the half inning. The 1-0. What's a bunt down? It'll spin foul. So 1 ball and 1 strike. So that's the first strike that Rosie has thrown in the half inning. And we'll see if Anderson's going to be dropping down another bunt, playing for 1 more run. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled straight back, and the count goes to 1-2. So we check in. Lower Columbia and Centralia now tied 1-1. That game in the 5th inning. Bellevue still leading Clackamas 1-0 in the 2nd. The 1-2. Outside, knotting up the count at 2 apiece. On deck is Ashlyn Wynn, top of the Cardinal order. And the 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. So we'll see if Rosie can avoid back-to-back walks to open up the half inning. Because last thing you want if you're Walla Walla is to give them even more padding on their lead. Profili, the runner at first, good speed. And the payoff pitch on the way to Anderson. Swung on, that ball's lofted into shallow left. That's going to drop a base hit, and Profili is going to be held up at second. So North Idaho coming out firing here in the home sixth. As you get a look there, it's a little flare into shallow left. That's all it takes. And 2 on for the top of the order. That's Ashlyn Wynn. Wynn had a 2 RBI single in her last plate appearance. He's also struck out once. Here's a swing and a high pop-up that is going to drift into foul territory, but ultimately be hauled in at first by McDonald. 1 gone. So now a ground ball away from getting out of the inning, and here comes Jory Kerr. 0 for 2 with a walk. Kerr has been uncharacteristically quiet. Grounded out to short in her most recent plate appearance. Double play is in order. The first pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. And Kerr tripled last night in the North Idaho game against Clackamas. And the 1-0 swing, ground ball towards short. They're going to go to third for 1. They'll get the force on the fielder's choice. And there's 2 gone. A 6-5 put out for out number 2. And now Maddie Mott, the opportunity to hit again, had a solo home run in her last at-bat. Got the ball caught up in the heavy winds that are blowing out to right. And the pitch. Fastball catching the outside corner, 0-1. Again, Mott hit her 27th home run of the 2019 campaign an inning ago. And now takes outside to knot up the count, 1-1. In next game, slated to start here on field 1 in approximately 45 minutes. We'll have to wait until the LCC Centralia game is concluded, though, as Mott takes strike 2. Douglas going to be taking on Bellevue or Clackamas. And the 1-2 to Mott. Outside, and deuces are wild here in the home half of the 6th inning. 2-2, 2 away, and a runner on second and first. Two-two pitch. Swing, and there's a little flare. That's going to land behind first base. And safe at first as the ball is brought back in. So bases are loaded on the single of Mott for Esquida. And Esquida to the plate. She is 0 for 3 today. A pop out, a strikeout, and a ground out. Her 4th appearance in this game. And her pitch on the way. Taken right down the middle, a called strike. Boy, that is eerily similar to the pitch that she turned into a moonshot last night. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Esquida with 23 home runs 70 RBI, 452 batting average, and the 0-2 pitch outside, 1-2. And on deck is Kavanaugh. And the 1-2. Outside, Deucer Wild yet again, 2-2 with 2 away. And we'll see what Cantu will come back with. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So crisis averted, and it's do or die time for A bracket Walla Walla. We'll be right back after this.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
So top half of inning number 7 coming your way. It's the last chance for Walla Walla. North Idaho looking to keep the shutout intact to move on to the semifinal later tonight against the Edmonds Tritons. As we have an update now from both other fields. Centralia now leads Lower Columbia 5-1. And Bellevue leads Clackamas 2-0. So we'll see how things develop here, but the loser of this game will play either Centralia or LCC. And don't count out those Red Devils just yet. But here comes Brennan Carpenter to hit for Walla Walla. Checking into the game, her first at bat. We take a quick look. Carpenter, a batting average of .403. And her first offering from Mott on the way here in the 7th inning is going to be taken for a called strike. And holding Walla Walla to a grand total of 2 hits to this point has Mott. The 0-1 check swing. Did she go? Yes, she did, says the first base umpire. So the count goes to 0-2. Boy, easy call to make that time over there at first base. Wrists obviously cleared the plane of the plate. And the 0-2 swung on and foul tipped in and out of the glove of the catcher, Anderson. So a little bit of a break there for Carpenter, who is hitting for McDonald in this half inning. The 0-2 grounded towards shortstop. Is going to be picked up and thrown easily across the diamond in time. 1 gone. And Walla Walla down to their final 2 outs in this ball game. Rosie Cantu will come to the plate. pop out in the second and a strikeout in the fourth. See how she fares here. Her third at bat against Mott. Swing, and there's a pop-up, and hauled in at second, 2 gone. So Walla Walla down to their final out in this contest, and it looks like North Idaho is going to advance to play Edmonds for a shot at the championship for a second year in a row. So here comes Whitney Enriquez, 0 for 1 today with a walk and a strikeout. And the pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a miss, strike one. Got her to chase at her shoulders. And now a big 0-1 pitch. Corners drawn in for Enriquez. A little off-speed pitch that missed off the plate. And the count knots up at 1 apiece. Again, Mott getting it done defensively and offensively. A home run, a 2-hit day for her, as a matter of fact. Single in that home run. The 1-1. Outside. And looking back to last night, Mott did not get the shutout last night against Clackamas. They did score 1 run in that contest in the 5th inning. But back-to-back stellar pitching performances. And a called strike. So deuces are wild here in the top half of inning number 7. And a big 2-2 pitch. So we'll see how Mott attacks. Warriors down to their last strike, and it's a foul ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Walla Walla again down to their last strike. And Mott through her motion. Swing, and there's a tapper toward third. Should be it. The throw across is in time. And North Idaho will advance in A bracket play to take on Edmonds in the semifinal. Your final score on field 1, 4-0. And we'll be back as soon as we know who the next consolation game will be played. It'll either be Lower Columbia or Centralia taking on Walla Walla. Until then, from all of us here at the NWAC, the crew out in the truck, I am Wes Tucker. We'll see you in a little bit.
We see you. Be your resourceful self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Baden, the official ball of you.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.